In the bustling city of Riverton, there lived a bright and ambitious girl named Amelia. She had big dreams, dreams of becoming a renowned architect. Ever since she was a child, Amelia loved building things, designing houses for her dolls, and drawing cityscapes in her notebooks. Her passion for architecture was undeniable, and she knew it was the path she wanted to follow. As Amelia grew older, she enrolled in one of the top architecture schools in the country. She was excited and eager to learn, but soon she found herself surrounded by some of the most talented students she had ever met. Her classmates seemed to have extraordinary skills. One was a genius at digital design, another could create perfect models by hand, and yet another was praised by professors for her innovative ideas. Amelia began to feel insecure. Every day, she compared herself to her classmates, wondering if she was good enough. She would sit in class, staring at their work, thinking, "Why can't I be as talented as them?" The more she compared herself, the more discouraged she became. Her grades started to drop, and she began doubting her abilities. One afternoon, Amelia's professor, Mrs. Carter, noticed the change in her once confident student. After class, she asked Amelia to stay back for a chat. "What's going on, Amelia? You're not yourself lately," Mrs. Carter said gently. Amelia sighed and explained, "I just don't think I'm as good as the others. Everyone else seems to be so talented, and I'm struggling to keep up." Mrs. Carter smiled and said, "Let me tell you something. Do you know why horses wear blinders during a race?" Amelia looked puzzled, but shook her head. "Horses wear blinders so they don't get distracted by the horses running beside them. If they keep looking around, they'll lose focus, slow down, and might even trip. But when they stay focused on their own path, they run their best race. You, Amelia, are like that horse. You're too busy looking at everyone else's race, and you're forgetting to run your own." The words hit Amelia hard. She realized that her constant comparisons had clouded her vision. Instead of focusing on her goal, becoming the best architect she could be, she was wasting her energy worrying about others. That night, Amelia made a decision. She would stop worrying about how her classmates were performing and start focusing on her own progress. She set new goals for herself, small, achievable steps that would help her improve, not in comparison to others, but for her own growth. She started spending more time refining her designs, experimenting with new ideas, and seeking feedback from her professors. She didn't worry about how fast others completed their projects or how their work looked in comparison to hers. Amelia reminded herself daily, "My journey is my own." Over time, something remarkable happened. Without the constant pressure of comparison, Amelia rediscovered her love for architecture. Her creativity soared, and her confidence returned. Her work improved, and she began to shine in her own unique way. She even received praise from Mrs. Carter for a project that beautifully combined modern design with sustainability, an idea that was entirely her own. As the years passed, Amelia graduated with honors, but more importantly, she had learned a valuable lesson. Success isn't about competing with others. It's about focusing on your own journey, your own growth, and staying committed to your goal. Years later, as Amelia stood in front of a stunning skyscraper she had designed, she smiled to herself. She had reached her dream, not by trying to outrun others, but by keeping her eyes on her own path, like a horse with blinders. Amelia's story became an inspiration to many, proof that when you focus on your own goal and tune out the noise of comparison, you can achieve greatness.